Hi, this is Rachel Coventry with Curtis Orchard here for a beekeeping update. If you recall, if you've been following our channel, then you know that we have made a bunch of splits because we had 9 hives that overwintered and we're going gangbusters, have lots of bees in them. So today it's been 3 weeks and we are checking to see if the queen is laying. So in this hive here, I'll pull out a frame and I'll show you what we see. Now this is called the inner cover. I've already taken off the outer cover. That's what this top part is called. And then I'm going to use my hive tool and I'm going to gently go in on this second frame here. It's better than pulling out this last frame. Oftentimes this last frame is just all honey and not brood, which is what we're here looking for. Now there's a couple different kind of hives tools to use that can help you pull it apart. So we're just as gently as possible, because we're trying not to squish any bees if we can help it. Now pull it up and you can see they're making lots of honey. All this is capped honey, so it's ready, and then we call this part nectar. It hasn't been evaporated just yet. Once it's evaporated to about 17% water content, that's when they put the wax layer on, and that's when it's honey. And it won't spoil when it's honey. Again, more honey. So pause for a second. This is my frame holder, and I find it very helpful for giving extra space. You really don't want to set the hive out another frame, so I put one frame here on my frame holder, and now you can see it gives me more space because I'm really trying hard not to squish any bees, which they kind of get out of the way. So then I'll pull it up real gently, and then we're going to look in those frames, and what we see here are eggs. Now they are, I don't know if you can see it with the camera. You need light behind you, but you can see a bunch are right in here. They're teeny tiny grains of rice. The shape of grains of rice, but they're like a fraction of the size of a grain of rice. Really small. Those are 1 to 3 days old. And it's really important that we see that so we know we can say, okay, this hive raised a new queen and she's actively laying. Now if I see her, of course I'll point her out. But it's not absolutely necessary that we see the queen every time, because if you can imagine trying to find a queen in 3 boxes, it might take you all day. We just need to see that the queen is healthy and laying well. And in this part, you can see there's a little bit older eggs. They're not capped yet, so that means, well, there's a few that are capped. And those are over 9 days old. Anything that's not capped is less than 9 days old. And these are all worker bees here. I don't see any drones at the moment. And drones are the male bees. So we can see that this hive is doing well. You can see there's bees on all the frames. They are working all the way out here with brood. So that tells us they're ready for another box. We don't want them to get too crowded, or the bees will decide they need to swarm, which would mean raising another queen and taking off with the old queen to split themselves. So let's pull one more frame, and we see lots and lots of brood on this frame. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of blowing on them gently makes them move away.
Do you see eggs?
Yeah, there's older, they're not eggs, but they're grubs. You can see them, they're a C-shaped.
Ah, the shadow's in the way. Okay.
Same thing here, more brood. And we like to see this pattern where it's all brood of about the same age, and then you'll usually see a little bit of capped honey on the edges here. Capped brood will have an opaque capping, whereas honey is clear like that. Okay. Now I'm gently going to push it all back together. I'm not going to check any more frames because I'm happy with what I see. I just know that I'm going to put another box on them and give them some more space. And that's your update for today.